Number 10, 2026 Mazda's MX-5 Miata proves you don't need big power to feel alive. Under the hood is a 2-liter Skyactiv 4-cylinder, producing about 181 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a slick 6-speed manual or an available automatic. The numbers look modest, but a curb weight just over 24 pounds and razor-sharp steering translate to 0-60 mph runs in the mid-minus 5-second range when you launch a manual aggressively, right in line with recent instrumented testing. What makes the Miata such a performance per dollar standout is the feedback it delivers. A double wishbone front suspension, limited slip differential on higher trims, and Mazda's kinematic posture control work together to keep the chassis settled and neutral when you trail brake into a corner, so the car feels connected rather than corrected. Inside, the Miata is simple but purpose-built. Snug bucket seats, a compact steering wheel, and an 8.8-inch infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto keep things modern without distraction. Top down, it's a pure weekend toy. Top up, it's livable as a daily, as long as you pack light. For 2026, the MX-5 Miata is expected to start around $31,000 in the US based on early pricing reports. Number 9, the 2026 G86 is Toyota's reminder that you don't need a turbo to have fun. A 2.4-liter naturally aspirated boxer 4 sits low in the chassis and sends 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels through a 6-speed manual or available automatic. Launch a manual hard, and you're looking at roughly 6.1 seconds to 60 mph, with the automatic a few tenths behind. The real payoff comes when the road starts to twist. That low-mounted engine helps the car rotate instead of feeling nose-heavy. A Torsen-style limited-slip differential, rear-wheel drive layout, and permissive stability control tuning let you explore slip angle without the computers instantly stepping in. Choose the 2026 Yuzu Special Edition, and you get performance-back hardware, including Sachs dampers, Brembo brakes, and 18-inch summer tires. The result feels like a showroom-fresh track car that's happy living near the limiter. Inside, it stays focused with supportive bucket seats, a clear digital cluster with GR graphics, and an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. For 2026, the G86 starts around $30,800 in the US, with premium trims near $33,400 and the Yuzu Special Edition landing in the high-minus $37,000 range. Number 8, 2026 Volkswagen's Golf GTI is the practical choice on paper and the troublemaker on a back road. A 2-liter turbocharged 4 produces 241 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, driving the front wheels through a 7-speed DSG dual-clutch transmission and an electronically controlled VAQ limited-slip differential. Independent testing has recorded 0-60 mph times in the mid-minus 5-second range, with car and driver clocking 5.6 seconds. The real story, though, is how composed the GTI feels at speed. The sport suspension, VAQ differential, and available DCC adaptive chassis control work together to pull the nose into the apex instead of letting it wash wide, allowing earlier throttle application without overwhelming the front tires. Inside, it leans into its hot hatch heritage with plaid-inspired seats, a thick-rimmed steering wheel, a 12.9-inch touchscreen, and digital gauges that can display boost pressure, temperatures, and drive modes. For 2026, the Golf GTI starts at approximately $34,590 in the US. Number 7, 2026 BMW S230i is the entry-level coupe that doesn't feel entry-level at all. A 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder produces 255 horsepower and up to 295 pound-feet of torque, driving the rear wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission, with xDrive all-wheel drive available. BMW quotes 0-60 mph times in the low to mid-minus 5-second range, and independent testing has seen runs as quick as 5.1 seconds. The real value lies in the chassis. Near-perfect weight distribution, a rigid body structure, and the optional M Sport suspension give the car that classic keyed-in BMW feel. Inside, it delivers genuine junior luxury. BMW's curved digital display with iDrive 8, supportive sport seats, high-quality materials, and a folding rear seat that adds real practicality. For 2026, the 230i Coupe starts around $42,900 in the US. Number 6, the Subaru 2026 WRX is the only car on this list that still feels truly rally-bred. A turbocharged 2.4-liter Boxer 4 produces 271 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, paired with either a 6-speed manual or Subaru's performance automatic transmission. Independent testing places 0-60 mph times between 5.4 and 5.8 seconds, depending on trim and transmission. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, active torque vectoring, and a track-tuned suspension allow you to stay on throttle when the road turns rough, wet, or broken. New TS and Series yellow trims add adaptive dampers, Brembo brakes, and sticky 19-inch tires, finally matching the chassis control to the engine's punch. Pricing is expected to start in the high-minus $30,000 range, with most trims landing under $45,000. Number 5. 2026 Hyundai Elantra N. The Elantra N hides serious performance intent beneath its sharp sedan body. A 2-liter turbocharged Ford delivers 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque, paired with either a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. The N-specific suspension tuning, electronic limited-slip differential, and strong braking system give the car genuine track-ready composure. Engage N mode and the exhaust comes alive with crackles and overrun, turning every on-ramp into an event. For 2026, pricing remains in the mid-minus $30,000 range, delivering serious performance without a premium car payment. Number 4. 2026 Toyota's GR Corolla brings rally-inspired hardware to the hot hatch segment. A 1.6-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder produces 300 horsepower and drives all 4 wheels through Toyota's GR4 all-wheel drive system. A 6-speed manual is standard, with a new 8-speed automatic added for 2026. Independent testing places 0-60 mph runs right around 4 seconds. Increased chassis rigidity and standard front and rear torsion limited slip differentials sharpen turn-in, improve rear grip, and make the car easier to exploit at the limit. Pricing starts at $39,920 in the US, with premium trims climbing into the high-minus $40,000 range. Number 3. The 2026 modern Nissan Z sticks to a classic formula. Long hood, rear-wheel drive, and serious power. A 3-liter twin-turbo V6 produces 400 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, paired with either a 6-speed manual or a 9-speed automatic. 0-60 mph times land in the mid-minus 4-second range. A mechanical limited-slip differential on higher trims, strong brakes, and a multi-link rear suspension give the Z the composure to match its straight-line performance. Inside, retro-inspired design meets modern tech, and pricing starts at $42,970 in the US. Number 2. The 2026 Honda Civic Type R proves front-wheel drive can still dominate. A turbocharged 2-liter VTE C4 produces 315 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, paired exclusively with a 6-speed manual transmission. Dual-axis front suspension dramatically reduces torque steer, while adaptive dampers and a mechanical limited-slip differential let you get back on the throttle earlier without upsetting the chassis. Big Brembo front brakes and 19-inch performance tires make late braking feel natural rather than risky. Pricing for the 2025-2026 Civic Type R ranges from approximately $45,900 to $47,000 in the US. Number 1. If you want a brand new Vate sports car under $50,000, this is it. The 5-liter Coyote Vate produces around 480 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, sending power to the rear wheels through either a 6-speed manual or a 10-speed automatic. With the right setup, 0-60 mph runs land in the low-minus 4-second range, backed by a soundtrack only a naturally aspirated Vate can deliver. The S650 chassis brings increased structural stiffness and revised suspension tuning, making the 2026 Ford Mustang GT more precise without losing its muscle car character. Pricing starts around $48,555 in the US, keeping a naturally aspirated Vate within reach and making it the last great affordable 8-cylinder performance car. Drop a like if this surprises you, comment if you drive it, and subscribe for more real-world car breakdowns like this.